Uh-oh. I don't know what... That's never happened before. The music is still playing, and I don't know why.
Double intro.
It must be... It's. Oh, I know why. I know why. It's this thing here. Yeah.
Oh, it's just echoing back.
Yeah, it was. I had the video open and in the background, and I didn't realize it. I went, what is going on? Well, hello, my friends. Jerry Rosa here in the Rosa Stringworks Man Cave. Now that I know what's going on, I'm not quite so flustered. And I'm here with a good friend, Tim Carter, from, tell me again, Tennessee, right?
Limestone,
Tennessee. And we've got a mic for him, but we're going to play a little tune here to start it off, and then we'll do some talking. But we're going to start off with just a little instrumental number, and just to kind of show off the auction guitar that he's playing. And then we'll talk about that and some other stuff. So let me get the mic down here for the mandolin. Yeah, we finished together. We practiced that too, didn't we?
Oh yeah, it's well rehearsed. No doubt about it.
No, if you believe that we rehearsed it, then you are naive.
Like
anyway,
most things in life, I don't rehearse very well.
Yeah, well, anyway, we're as lucky just to be live on time or relatively on time. Anyway, as I said, this is Tim Carter. He's been here quite a few times. How many times roughly?
Oh goodness, 5 or 6. I guess I started in 2019. I've been here every year except the COVID year.
Yeah.
And a couple years.
And you're on your way where?
Oregon.
And he's going to stop and see a few things. One of the things that piqued my ears forward was when he said Crater Lake. I thought that sounded pretty cool.
Yeah, we're going to go to Crater Lake. We're going to go to check out the Spruce Goose up at, I can't remember the name of the museum up in Oregon, but we're going to go up there. Springfield, I guess it is.
Okay.
And just whatever else. We're going to kind of follow the Oregon Trail. Every year I try to have some sort of a theme. And for this year, it's going to be more or less following the Oregon Trail. I'm a history fanatic, so I like the old mountain men trappers types of things. So I'm going to go to where the rendezvous were held.
Cool.
I did that on the Green River in Wyoming a few years ago, but I'm going to do some more of that type of thing.
Well, that sounds cool. I like history myself, as everybody knows, with all the artifacts and stuff. I think it's just really cool. What do you think about that guitar there?
The guitar is great. It's a very good guitar. I didn't do it justice, but someone who could really play could make it sound great.
Yeah, it's a nice guitar. It really is. I pulling no wool over anyone's eyes.
No.
It's a very fine guitar and worth every penny. If you've been looking for a guitar of that size, shape, sound, that one there would be a good one to get. It's really a nice one.
I saw, I think it was Carolyn Fike said she used to live in Greenville, which is about 5-6 miles from where I'm from.
Oh, yeah?
In Limestone. I was born in Greenville, by the way, Carolyn.
Yeah.
So
Now, what was the history of Limestone? Davy Crockett or something?
Davy Crockett was born there, and I was trying to think of President Andrew Johnson, who
He slept there once?
he actually lived in Greenville. He was from Greenville in terms of when he was elected, and he came back and lived there. His tailor shop was there. He was a tailor at some point. So the Presidential Museum for Andrew Johnston is located on the college Tusculum University campus where I teach.
Cool.
So yeah, that's if there is a claim to fame, that would be it.
Yeah, there you go. Well, it's probably a little more claim to fame than Newburgh, Missouri. we had a railroad once.
Well, a lot of places have had a railroad once.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. There was a roundhouse too that they had down in Newburgh, which is kind of hard to imagine in that little town that they had a roundhouse there too. But anyway, let's see, where are we headed here? I've got a couple of things to show you guys. Yesterday, I spent most of the day editing a video on installing the gas gauge on the Ranger, which doesn't sound too interesting, but I think you might find it interesting in the fact that it's never simple. You know, it doesn't matter what you're doing. There's always something that pops up, and there's quite a few things that pop up on that video. I've got it about half finished. I released the video yesterday of the battery charger, and I haven't looked to see if anybody's watching it or not, but that's a pretty good little battery charger for the money. In fact, it's the one I kind of go to now, and versus the other ones. I've got 2 other pretty good chargers, but I actually like that little one. Let's see, and you can find it on the Products I Use page if you're interested. Like I said, not every product makes it on there. That torque wrench, it did not make it. And the company, they did write back to me, and they said, well, you don't have to send it back, and thank you for being honest with us. And that's all they said. Probably never send me anything else, but there you go. Let's see. I have a little short video clip here. Now, I got to give you a caveat on this. Something happened and when I took the video, and it shot it in slow-mo. I mean, like it was 4 times slower than it should have been, maybe more than that. And so I had to speed it up in post here, so it's probably going to sound a little weird, and it's a little grainy on the image because of that. So anyway, here it is. Well, my friends, we're at the rental retreat here, and I did not know that we had a bald-faced hornet's nest up here under this eave. And they're pretty active. They've been going in and out while I've been sitting here. I don't see any right at the very moment, but I'm sure there'll be another one fly out of there in a second or so. There goes one in. Yep, definitely a problem. It's not a problem now, though.
Past tense.
Yeah, it was a problem yesterday, but it's not a problem now. I took one of those cans of whatever it is that, they give you 14 ounces that lasts 3 seconds. You spray it and it's just gone pretty much. And I pretty much wiped that nest out with that. That looks bigger than it was. It was only a little bigger than a softball, a small pumpkin type size nest. And anyway, I think I didn't go back up there and check it after I sprayed it, but I'm pretty sure it's over with because most of the nest was falling apart because it got so wet. Mm. So anyway. Now, you guys made it sound so simple yesterday. Just go on Google Earth and look at those old images. Just go do that. And so I tried that. I tried for about an hour. Could not find any old images anywhere on Google Earth. Googled it, how do I find old images on Google Earth? I Googled it 4 or 5 times, and every one of them said, all you got to do is just go under View and then click on History, and I go under view, there's no history. And it says, or above the 3D, there's a time, click on that. There's no time. So I can't find nothing. I'm going like, why does this work for everybody else but not me? Well, it turns out it never did. None of the Google things said you have to use Google Pro. So I finally figured it out that I needed to install Google Pro, and I don't remember how I figured that out. I think it was through another Google search later on. But anyway, so I installed Google Pro. Then I did go through the old images, and I went through all the way back. I think the oldest image they had, which I don't think was a Google image, but they had one back in either the 80s or early 90s. I can't remember now. Late 80s, I think. And anyway, I went through every one they had online, and I couldn't find those circles that I was talking about. I mean, I could use my imagination and sort of kind of see some circles, but, and if you don't know what I'm talking about where the Native Americans lived. I remember seeing like a circle outline in the ground where I thought maybe their wigwams were. It was from a Google image. It was a long time ago, and I wished I had saved it. Doggone, I wished I had saved it. But anyway, I couldn't find it. So here's what I ended up with. I thought I'd show you this. Since I spent all that time doing it, I would go ahead and show you. Here's a Google image of the entire farm on the left. Oops, I'm off camera now. Let me see if I can fix that here. I don't know if I can or not. Yeah.
There you go.
We can do it like that. Anyway, that image that's on the far left there, that is almost exactly the boundaries of the farm. I tried to shrink the image down to make it exactly the boundary. Now, if you can pay attention there, about halfway down on the left side, if you go halfway down, you'll see kind of a little dark shadow line in the trees. Well, if you extend that out 1/4 of the way across the image, just a quarter of the way. So if you could imagine, and then coming straight down, there's kind of a line in those trees there again. Well, that little section there is Mark Twain Forest, but the rest of the image is us. I don't know if that's making sense to you or not, but anyway, the bottom left-hand corner, 1/8 of the picture, if you will, that is not our property, but the rest of it is. And if you look then, where I was telling you about halfway down on the left, you'll see kind of a bare spot there. Well, that bare spot is what I have blown up on the right there. And so that bare spot, or that blown up spot, is where the Native Americans lived based on the evidence that we're finding, and again, it depends on who you believe and what you believe, because I know there's a lot of Bible folks that would say, no, the Earth's not that old, but I'm just going by what the archaeologists say, and you can, like I said, you can take it with a grain of salt. Anyway, they claim that it's 8,000 years old for the stuff that I'm finding. So anywhere from 8,000 to 1,500 years old. And I'm going to blow this up some and see if I can show you something else here. I don't know if it's going to work real well or not. But if you see this tree that's kind of in the center down below, in the lower part of that image, if you look to the left, at about 11 o'clock on that tree, about 11 o'clock out into the field there, you see four little, it looks like little hyphens or little lines, little short lines. Well, those little four short lines are actually fence posts, cedar posts that I put around the grave. So they're just standing posts that I put around the grave. And so that's where the Native American grave was found. That whole general area there, the whole area is full of artifacts. I found most of them on the surface. But anyway, and that area there that you can see kind of worked up, that's just a food plot. I just till it up and, put food in there for the deer and the, turkeys, whatever. But anyway, I thought I'd just give you that reference there, is to show you, a little bit more about how the farm is laid out and where everything relates to each other. So anyway, from the top of the left photo there to the bottom of the left photo, that's exactly 1 mile. It's one. It's comprised of. I think what a mile is a section, or is one section is a mile. I guess is the best way to is a square mile. So the top there is a square half mile, if you will, and then the bottom is 3/8 of a square mile, I guess you'd say. So that's how much we have, and whatever that works out to. I don't know how to explain it any better. But anyway, that's the way the farm is laid out. Let's see. I think that's about it on the stuff I was going to cover. You want to pick another tune real quick?
We can if you want.
Let's do that.
If I remember how to play. Let's see here.
Well, I appreciate you being willing to play the guitar, because I can't play a lead on a guitar at all, and barely can play chords on a guitar.
I'm not much of a guitar player, but we'll do our best.
You do good. Let's see here. Trying to get it where it's relatively in the right place. Let's see. We're going to do it in A again, I guess. Play a little sled ride.
Enough of that.
You do fine. You do fine. I can't play a guitar lead at all, except for like 3 little tunes, and I play them to death. And they mostly die when I play them too. So, anyway,
it's a lot of fun. Well, I think what you were trying to say about the whole Google Earth thing was that it was simple but complicated.
Oh, absolutely. It was definitely simple but complicated. No, I seriously went over every one of those images, just knowing that I was going to find those circles in the ground, but they weren't there this time. And I don't know where I saw that, but I am sure I saw it. Positive for sure, but I don't know. I couldn't. I mean, I could sort of use my imagination and sort of see something in the ground there, but I thought, well, that's not good enough. If I can't really see it plainly, I don't want to say that's it, but... Anyway, let's go to the comments and see where we're at here. I know David Tharp is in rare form again today already. I already saw.
Talking about groceries earlier, I saw.
John Pepper looks like he was up there. Rod Wintler and Eddie Turner. Let's see. Looking for the question marks. Rod Wintler says, "Where are the ladies? They apparently were late to the show this morning." Let's see, there's Dottie. And David Tharp says, "As I watched the dog chasing its tail. I thought dogs are easily amused. Then I realized I was watching a dog chasing its tail. Yeah, it doesn't take much to amuse me. I could spend half an hour watching a dog chase its tail. David Tharp says, I remember back in 5th grade in 1958, my teacher asked where the Declaration of Independence was signed, and I said, I'm pretty sure it was at the bottom. Yeah, that's the kind of answer I would give.
I also see that Dottie Hildebrand says her son had a great report yesterday, 2030 eyesight.
Oh, awesome.
So everybody been praying for him. She was thanking everybody.
That's
so it's
great.
A fantastic report there.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I see it now. I was looking for the question mark.
Yeah.
And you know me, I can't read.
That's cool. I
So-
just wanted to be sure. I knew that had been something that had been talked about.
Well, that's
so
awesome.
great report.
That's awesome. David Tharp says, I remember back in high school, a girl said, don't be shy, ask me out. So I said, okay, get out. Yeah.
That would have been in middle school, not high school.
Yeah,
by the
grade,
time you
or
get-
grade school for
By
sure.
the time you get, grade school. By the time you get to high school, you're not going to say that.
Not too likely. And David Tharp says, vaping is weird. You walk past a group of dudes that look like gangsters, but they smell like strawberry muffins.
Yep.
That's funny. Anyway, let's see. Moving on down. Anybody got any questions today?
I saw a bunch earlier.
Well, I don't know. If I'm missing them, you tell me, because I'm scrolling, because I can only do what I can do. David Tharp says, I must be getting stronger with age. Yesterday, I picked up $100 worth of groceries with one hand.
I
Yeah.
see Carolyn's talking about right there, speaking of trees, and this is not a question mark, but she's referring to the ash beetle that's killing off a bunch of ash trees.
Oh, yeah.
And in Tennessee, it's probably in many other states,
Yeah,
but it's devastated.
They got it everywhere. Yeah.
Devastated all the ash trees, just millions of them killed.
Yeah, we have a few ash trees still growing live here on the farm, but
I've got-
only a few.
I've got one that's in my backyard, and it's a beautiful tree, so I keep waiting. I'm just...
I don't know if it's still that way, but ash was the preferred baseball bat for many,
Yeah.
many years.
it was hardwood, that's
It's,
for sure.
it's a hardwood, and it's light for how hard it is. And, it's just a good choice for a baseball bat. David Tharp, I must...
Yeah, that's the grocery one.
Yeah, I read that one already. Let's see. Sidecar Bob, good morning from rainy Ontario. The gauge said 15 millimeters when I checked a few minutes ago, but it's still coming down by the buckets. Yep. Well, that's a good thing at this time of year, I think. Bill Webb says, awesome picking this morning. Well, you're not very picky, Bill.
Well, it's good to have a crowd that doesn't have high standards.
I got fans in low standards instead of low places.
Yeah.
Let's see. Sidecar Bob, regarding David, you should try Canadian groceries. You'd even be stronger. Our dollar is about 75 cents U.S. Yeah, it's a mess, man. The economy is so messed up. I don't know that it's ever been any worse. It's as bad as it's ever been, in my opinion. There's people that think the economy's great right now, but I don't know how they think so. I don't get it. Dottie says, those boys can play. Nice job. Well, yeah.
Thanks is all I can say.
Yeah, that's about it. Bill Webb, did you get a bigger desk, Jerry? You seem like you've closer to the recliner. No, I haven't got a bigger desk yet, as he can attest.
No.
It's tiny. It's tinier than you would think. It's smaller than my monitor. And, yeah, but the company, I asked them, I said, did I do something wrong? And they said, no, we're in the process of shipping it. And I go, oh, okay, well, that's fine. So
Just takes a while.
It just takes a while, coming from the slow boat in China probably. So we'll see. And I hope it's a good desk, because I don't want to, get it and then go, I don't like this thing. But, it looked like a good one based on the videos and photos and things I saw. So anyway, Carolyn Fike, yeah, there's a wonderful Davy Crockett Historical Birthplace Park in Limestone.
Yes.
Cool.
Yeah, my grandparents used to own part of that. What is the park now?
Oh, that's cool.
That was their farm was right beside it.
Ah, so you and Davy just bummed around
We
together.
were, yeah, we were old friends, and yeah. So I live right across the highway from there, right across the road.
Cool. By the way, how come your lovely wife didn't come over? I invited
She's
her.
camera shy.
She could have been here.
She could have made me look a lot. Well, I don't know. It would have made me look even worse.
Let's see. Carolyn Fike used to sing in the
Tusculum Community Chorus at TU. Awesome, Carolyn. Yeah, we have
easy for you to say.
Tusculum. That's Italian.
Well, it's a plastic tusk. That
Yeah.
plastic that they make saddles out of.
It's Cicero's Villa in Italy. Was Tusculum. That's what it was called.
Oh, cool. There you go. Learn
So
something every day.
educational moment here
Yeah.
on the Rosa
Yeah.
Stringworks.
Gary Hayden says, wasn't Missouri the gathering place for the covered wagons coming from the east and to Oregon? Yeah, I think
Independence.
Independence, Missouri.
Joseph.
Yeah, there's several places. And of course, most of them probably came through St. Louis, then to Independence.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, and then there's a lot in Kansas City too, I think. But I think mostly Independence, like he said, was the main location. Brian Biscup, good morning, Brian from Elgin, Illinois. Well, good morning.
Yeah.
Let's see. Dottie Hildebrand, where does Bigfoot stay at on your farm? Over on JR's farm. He never comes on our side.
Yeah.
He's on JR's farm.
I see Linwood Vowell up there says good morning. He didn't put question marks, but his birthday is today. 69 years old.
Oh,
happy
well,
birthday.
happy birthday. Happy
60.
birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Linwood. Happy birthday to you. In
There you go.
harmony.
There you go.
That's awesome harmony there, dude.
Well, we do what we can do.
That's good. Let's see.
Impromptu.
Okay, let's see. Moving on down. Rod Wintler, Jerry, I just emailed you a link to the USG aerial photo library. Going back to 1937, photos are available to. Okay, well,
That's
cool.
awesome.
Maybe I'll find it there. That's cool.
Hey, if nothing else, you'll have some really nice historical photos. Maybe.
Yeah,
of the
it
farm.
would be really back to 1937. That's really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's real cool. I can't wait to look at that. That might even give me an indication of where to go with the metal detector.
David Tharp said, Dottie, Bigfoot stays at JR's place. He also said the same thing.
He was thinking the same thing. Yep, and I think that's true. I think he stays over there. I never see him over here. Gary Hayden. Tim, I've got lots of DNA matches to the Carters of Greene County.
I'm sorry. No, I'm just kidding. That's great. I actually, there's a lady that lives up in Nebraska. She has a YouTube channel. She and her husband used to do a lot of wheat harvesting and that type of thing. And I just made contact with her. And she also has a grandmother who is a Carter from Greene County, Tennessee. So, well, it's interesting. I went to Springfield yesterday to the acoustic shop. And Springfield is in Greene County. And it's named for the same person, Nathaniel Greene, who was he was the commander of the Southern Army in the Revolutionary War. Everybody historically says he was the second best general in the Revolutionary War, second to George Washington. He was one of the most trusted the people. So I didn't know that Nathaniel Greene had a county in Missouri named for him. I never paid attention until yesterday.
Cool.
And I saw Greene County, and I started looking, and there's a park in Springfield. It's just interesting to see how
That's neat.
how many places are similar in many ways.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you what. If you've never read the stories about George Washington in the Revolutionary War, you ought to check it out. You're talking about a brave guy, and he was the right guy at the right time. We'd probably be still under, English rule or whatever, and that's not necessarily a bad thing. But I mean, it wouldn't be the United States we know of today had it not been for George Washington. Mm-hmm. It was pretty amazing. Let's see. Bill Webb says, good job. Dottie said, fantastic job. So thank you again. David Tharp, hey, Tim, do you know a preacher in Greenville by the name of Gunter?
Gunter, yeah. I know a lot of Gunters in Greene County. I don't know specifically of a preacher, though, David. But many. My mic
Jeffrey
needs to be
says,
turned up.
Mike needs turned up. Yeah, well.
This mic is pretty hot.
Yeah, it's as hot as it gets, but I don't know. It's got more to do than just the mic. It's got this whole interface thing going into the computer. I don't know how to explain it. It just don't seem to work like you would expect it to work. It's not like a standard mixing board. I've got that mic completely pegged. It's as pegged as it can go. And now, like the same mic, using it at the restaurant, I've got it turned way down. You know, I mean, it's not the mic. It's something to do with this interface.
And it's in the red on the meter too. I can hear it almost feedback here.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just weird. Bill Webb says, well, you've heard me play and sing, so to me it's awesome. Well, thanks, Bill.
Sidecar Bob.
Tim, do you have a Model A?
No, he sees my shirt I'm wearing from the Model A guy. No, I don't. I'd love to have a Model A, but I've got too many cars already, and my wife would probably kick me out of the house if I brought a Model A home.
Well, I think I have a Model A hubcap, remember?
There you go. Yeah.
I found that on the farm.
I'm a big fan of the Model A guy on YouTube. He's a great guy.
Yeah, so. That's a great shirt.
Yeah, I am the warranty.
I am the warranty. I should be wearing that shirt. Instead, I've got the one that says, I don't have the time or the crayons to explain it to you.
I need to get you another one that I have. It says, let me stop what I'm doing and fix your problem.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I do that like 100 times every day. Yeah, just constant. Anyway, let's see. Carolyn Fike, my granddad and his parents traveled to Texas via covered wagon in 1882 till he got typhoid and had to return. Wow.
Yeah, I'm hoping to avoid dysentery.
Yeah.
Dysentery on the way to the Oregon, the Willamette Valley and the Oregon Trail.
Yeah. What was it? Typhoid. There was another one that they had. What was it called? That it was from the water. Did it start with a C or
I can't
S?
remember.
I can't remember now. There was another one that's real bad that gets in the water, and they took them a long time to figure out that it was because bad stuff was getting in the water. And I'll let your imagination run wild on that one. Anyway, let's see. Lynn Woodval, good morning, Jerry. My birthday is okay. I guess
we covered that.
Yeah, we covered that one. Let's see. Carolyn Fike, Tim, tell him that Nathaniel Greene was given the land for Greene County, Tennessee, but never saw it.
Yeah, he was
died too soon.
Yeah, he was given a plantation in Savannah, Georgia, called Mulberry Grove, and that's where he went. He died there later in the 1780s.
Cool.
So, yeah, he never stepped foot in Tennessee, or which wasn't even Tennessee at the time, or Missouri, but he's got places named for him there. I also saw there's Pulaski here in Missouri. There was also a Pulaski, Tennessee, and that was named after Revolutionary War cavalry general Vladimir Pulaski. So anytime you see a Pulaski, you can pretty much know that it's named after that guy. Oh, yeah. So interesting stuff.
Yeah, there's that Pulaski County here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I forget. I read the story on that the other day, and I've already forgotten it. I can't remember what the whole story was. But.
Yeah, he was an interesting guy. He was, I think he was from Poland.
Bill Momo says, we're having trouble running our own country without messing up yours. Well, yeah, I understand that, too.
Don't need that.
But we're right there with you. It's such a mess now.
We all got problems.
And I don't see it getting much better. Bill says, good luck, England, in the
cholera. That's what you were trying to think
cholera,
of. Bill
got it. Bill got it. Yeah, exactly. I thought there was one like that. Let's see. Beaver fever. Yeah, I think that was the short name for it. But cholera.
Hey, Scott Roberts says he lives in the Willamette Valley in Oregon. I'll be there in a few days. It's not going to be tomorrow, but.
Well, guys, I think that's going to be it. Let's see. It's Scott Roberts. The Pulaski is my favorite camping tool. Yeah, there's a what is that called? Is that the actual name, Pulaski? It's something similar to that. There is a tool. There's a firefighting tool. What do they call that? It sounds similar to Pulaski, but that's not. I don't think that's the exact name. It's very similar to that, though.
Jose from Spain says hi.
From Spain. Well, thanks, Jose, and I'm glad to have you here. We got 160 viewers at the moment. Guys, I guess that's going to be it for today. I probably ought to get busy and do something. Probably finish up editing that video would be one of the things.
It's going to be a nice day, it looks like.
Looks like a nicer day today. It was rainy most of the day yesterday, which is not a bad thing because we needed the rain.
It was great rain, actually. Didn't come down too hard.
Scott Roberts says that's the one, Pulaski. Maybe it is, but I thought it had a different name than that.
I don't know.
Very similar.
I don't go camping, so I can't tell you.
All right. Well, I was just sideways confused again, like normal. Sidecar Bob, Jerry, maybe someone planted that hubcap in hopes that a car would grow. And Ben Boyd says, you guys make a great team. Well, thank you, Ben. Well, it's always fun to have Tim here.
Yeah,
and
fun to be here.
Appreciate you coming and sitting in on the vlog this morning. And I wish you well on your travels to Oregon, and hope you see a whole lot of cool stuff.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to document it and share it. I've got I'm gonna get some YouTube stuff going. I'll share that with you.
Well, if you get any cool photos, send them to me, and I'll show them on the vlog here. Or if you get any little short videos that you can send, because I know videos are harder to send, but if you can, send them.
Yeah.
Thanks, guys. We'll see you tomorrow with something else.